And our first story, one of many factors that hinder success in local agriculture is said to be the inability of farmers to properly handle produce from the farm to the consumer.
Many farmers lose huge sums of money through losses during harvesting, transportation and packaging. And this is why policy advocates are raising concerns about the annual rates of food wastage, which is feared to be a threat to global food security. Local leaders in Petriansa in the Ashanti region are collaborating with German experts to reverse the trend. Here's a report by Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin.
Petriansa is a predominantly farming community where most locals engage in various forms of agriculture. Lack of technical know-how is, however, a handicap for many of them. Chief of Petriansa, Nana Dakwad III, is partnering some professionals from Germany to find a lasting solution. Farm mechanization and upgrading knowledge of farmers are some of the options being adopted. He is confident the new approaches will meet the desired impact.
Implements traditional colors and holes and what have you, slash and bend approach, but we are introducing mechanized agriculture, tractors, machinery. We bring in technical people who have expertise in new ways of seedling. How a line can yield 3 or 4 folds.
The German team will also invest in waste management as well as technical and vocational education in the community. Christine Norman explains.
What we learned so far is, for example, in waste, we see a lot of opportunities. If you just look out at the streets where, Zoomline just presented their solutions, we see other opportunities as well that are more small scale. People were talking about culture as well, but you can, for example, introduce incentive system for people to collect waste. This will also change their mind over a long term. So to bring the waste.
Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin reports.
We have to come to Accra, where it's barely a year after the structures at Old Fadama, popularly known to many of us as Sodom and Gomorrah, were destroyed or demolished by the Accra Metropolitan Assembly.
The structures were pulled down because, according to the Assembly, activities of residents in the area contributed to the filling up of the Kole Lagoon, that's the flats in Accra. But the land has been left fallow after the demolition exercise that rendered hundreds homeless. Derek Okol-Sam has been to the area and report traders have taken over the land.
In 2015, the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, led by the Mayor, Dr. Alfredo Kovandapoy, demolished a number of structures in this area. The people here were asked to go back to wherever they came from. Buses were provided to take them to the north. Now, some months down the line, the area is buzzing with activities. Now, today I'm here at Old Fadama to see for myself what exactly is going on here and why the people are back in the area.
No, you see that as north, there's nothing there. So we are just here to be managing small as our business in order for us to do it, to be getting small. Even our parents, those who they at home now, they used to take money from us in order for them to solve their problems.
Now what you do here is that you no longer sleep here, but you just do your business here.
We are no longer sleeping here, but we are doing our business here.
So what type of business are you doing here?
We are doing scrap business. Condemn.
How?
So we are just going and be buying and dismantling as my brothers they do. We can decide to go and bring them here and come and dismantle everything here.
Don't they come here to sack you out?
Well, they are doing us like that.
But you are not afraid?
We are not afraid.
Why?
Because we have nothing to do with them.
Is it not risky?
It's risky, pa.
We came back because our hometown, no job to do and no money. That's why we came back here.
So how long has it been since you came back? What are you doing?
We came back in 6 months. And I've been selling tea and this one, the water. They have been coming in with policemen and soldiers. All the time they have been coming in. So we are aware that they will sack us. But we are also doing small, just to get a little money. Then we will go back to our hometown and go and find a job there.
It's not dangerous living here now?
It's dangerous.
Then when I'm maintaining some cars, they will come and take it away. they have took our cars 7. Then the one who paid me per some man is a blind man. So that the man died. Then they bring the car, so we should maintain the car. They come and took the car away.
So what it is now is that you've been asked to go, but as traders you have come back and you are using this place solely for trading purposes.
Yes, we know say that we are Ghanaians. We are Ghanaians. If you want to do project with some land now, tell your brother, say, oh my brother, I need this your land to do something. You go here and go and sit here. I'll give you a place and you sit and do your work. But don't come and quarrel me like I'm not a human being. You see, they are not doing so. But this, I'll just tell the truth. Our leaders, they are not crying for us.
For now, they tell me they are here just to trade because they have nowhere else to go. And they have also resolved to stay here until they see a concrete project going on this piece of land, because they need to make some money to take care of their families, both here in Accra and in their various villages. And until the authorities concerned act swiftly and rightly, the numbers here would grow on a daily basis. From Old Fadama here in Accra, Derek Ekol-Sam for Joy News.
And Derek remained there and reports that the sanitation situation in the area is also that bad.
Smelly environment. That's the state of Old Fadama now. The area which was pulled down last year to allow the water in Ghana's biggest drain to sift into the Korle Lagoon and into the sea is in a sorry state. Polythene bags fly around with the slightest wind. Though traders have taken over the area, it appears there is little they can do to help the situation. Maybe the activities have also contributed to the current state of the area, a reason they sit and looked on unconcerned. The land has also been left to lie there with no projects currently going on. Well, the Accra Metropolitan Assembly may still be considering what to do on the piece of land that was taken from residents who were asked to relocate to their various villages. What I'm standing on may appear to be hard ground, but I tell you what, it is as soft as silt. This is dirt collected from the Korle Lagoon during the dredging exercises. And I've been told that this has been here for the past 3 months. It is gradually becoming a hard ground. If you look around, you could also see that the place is filled with as much dirt as possible. Poly bags are flying around and back into the Korle Lagoon. What it means is that should it rain in Accra again, the sand here will gradually shoot back into the Korle Lagoon, which would in turn raise up its level. And Accra might flood again if you get as heavy rains as we had on June 3 last year. For Joy News, Derek Ekol-Sam, Old Fadama.
Energy experts are calling for the dissolution of the energy and power ministries. According to them, the solution to Ghana's energy problems is to constitute a team of energy professionals to solve the challenges. They also say Ghanaians have to condemn the politicization of energy issues, and they've called for a concerted effort to deal with the situation. They were speaking at the University Teachers of Ghana Forum, where Richard Kwejunyako reports.
The forum sought to, among others, create an independent, non-partisan and multidisciplinary discussion of relevant global, national and local issues to influence policies. It also sought to promote knowledge sharing in the academic community and provide evidence-based, independent and non-partisan policy alternatives for consideration by government. Speaking on the re-engineering sustainable energy production for national development, the energy expert cautioned politicians not to politicize the energy crisis and called for a symbiotic relationship between academia and government, researchers and policymakers to help deal with the crisis. Former Chief Executive Officer of VRA, Dr. Charles Rekubrobe, asked Ghanaians prepared to pay more for energy.
The idea that the power should be a social good. Government should make sure there's power, but the user must make sure they pay it. You know, all of us forget that we have relatives who are in the rural areas and need to make do with poor quality lighting, poor quality water. It's on a unit basis more expensive. As I keep saying to everybody, if you think power is expensive, try candle. Because the cost of a candle is very, very expensive, even at today's prices. You know, but we have an entitlement syndrome in this country where we think that we should have it for free. I heard somebody last week say, oh, you mean so air conditioner bill. It's like somebody saying, I've got a Rolls Royce, but tiny wedding. You know, we can't keep doing that. It is not a free good. It's a good that must be paid for. You know, people want to show that they are the ministers, they have the power, so they can go sign IPP contracts which don't make any sense to anybody. They can step outside the established plan and go and do what they want. You know, it's time to stop that. You know, it's a sign of underdevelopment that political parties fight about utility bills. If you go to enlightened countries, they fight not about whether utility bills should be free or should be cheap, but whether you are making too much profit or you're not making enough profit, or you are trying to cheat the people because you are, you know, the idea that providing utility should be a part of the political dogfight is untenable. In pursuing long-term solutions, we must not look for political advantage. You know, car power and things like that have come because people, instead of thinking 5 years ahead of time and then openly transparent bidding for increase in our capacity, they sign bilateral deals under Dumso and Sumasi, which nobody knows about. So it finishes up costing us more than we should pay for. I make the case that we should pay economic prices, but we shouldn't pay for inefficiencies and Sumasi deals.
An energy expert with the Africa Center for Energy Policy, Dr. Ishmael Aka, urged the government to fully pay its debt to the ECG to help serve Ghanaians better. Vice Chancellor of the University of Cape Coast, Professor Domwini Dabere Kumpole, stressed the need to dissolve the power and energy ministries to pave way for the constitution of a team of experts to solve the country's energy challenges.
Stalling the nation's quest towards the prevention of diseases.
The communities of Nsawam, Winneba and other parts of the country have for over a month now been struggling to get water. The situation has been attributed to the dry weather conditions and other human activities such as illegal mining and farming along the banks of the River Densu. During the tour to access projects aimed at addressing the problem, Deputy Minister of Water Resources, Works and Housing, Samuel Yawedusei, assured residents the situation will soon be resolved.
2 boreholes are currently being constructed by the Ghana Water Company Limited in the Nsawam Adwejuri municipality to restore water to the people of Nsawam Adwejuri. Deputy Minister of Water Resources, Works and Housing, Samuel Yawedusei, said immediate measures have been put in place to ease the pressure on the people of Nsawam while construction progresses.
They are done with one. They finished with this borehole on Friday. And then we went to see the machine drilling the second one, which I think by tomorrow they will be done with it. So it will take less than a week to link that to the water pump, which would also treat it for to supply people of Nsawam Adwejuri, or to ease the impact that we are, the impact of the pressure in Nsawam Adwejuri. So, and then when you go to the riverbed, we mentioned that we have patches of water in the bed. So what we are doing is to dredge so that we can impound more water for the pump to be able to pump it to the treatment plant for treatment. I think just Friday, my information is that at least they were able to pump some water and then treat it to supply the people of Nsawam Adwejuri water, or to ease the pressure that we are having now. And now we already, as part of the immediate measures, we already had some water tankers available that were supplying people who are affected, you know, of potable water to drink. So we are putting a lot of measures to ensure that we reduce the impact of the water shortage situation in Nsawam Adwejuri to the people over here.
This situation has led to the worrying sight of people carrying different containers in search of water. This is affecting healthcare delivery, trading and school attendance. The Deputy Minister cautioned that the fall in water volume could occur again after the construction if residents do not refrain from polluting the water.
First phase, we had the first phase and second phase. The first phase, the cost of the first phase is 11 million euros, and that's the treatment plant and then the transmission lines that we have constructed, and then we had the second phase too that is coming on stream. To connect the boreholes, the yield that we have to the water pump is going to be done within a week, because it requires some process, and that is the process that I'm talking about. That according to the technical information that we have from the ground, from our technical men, is going to take less than a week. And these are measures to ease the pressure, so that when we to ease the pressure for the meantime before we resume to the normal or regular supply of water to the people. And of course, if the treatment plant, the 1.6 million gallons capacity treatment plant, resumes work to its full capacity, the people of Nsawamadwaji will have excess water supply. What we are saying is that we are putting these are immediate measures to ease the pressure.
In a week's time?
Yeah, in a week's time, within a week, to ease the pressure. I'm not saying that it's going to really solve or bring resume the regular normal supply or the regular supply of water to the people. So these are some of the immediate measures that we are undertaking to ensure that we get proper potable water for the people, or to ease the impact of the pressure that we are experiencing.
Well, we hope that the difficulties that the residents of Nsawam and the environment are facing would be resolved as far as water is concerned. And that'll be it for the news, but we'll have a couple of your comments, and Mamavi would try to do justice to a number of them you have brought onto our platform.
Abdul Razak and Tamale is always saying good morning to us.
Good morning.
You have our back. We thank you for watching the show every day. This one says AM show. Those sites, you guys are always making my day. I want to say I am myself from Costa Paga. Roland's message today: be yourself. People only realize what they had after they lose it, so hold on to what you have and never ever let it go. It's from Labmark at Dodi. Papase says good morning, Roland and Mama V. We say good morning right back at you. This one says GM really shows that he's a father for visiting Kintampo accident. He should keep it up. From Hamza Tikuma in Tamale. Not that this story was part of our package. Ro, I never knew you were such a motivational speaker. I wish to hear more from you every day. I'm touched. Thanks. It's from Peter Afwine Zibela. Peter Elia said, good morning, Roland, and my only good sister. In fact, it's about time we all get on board to support the police, or else crime is getting out of hand in Ghana in recent times. We should know that it affects us all and be serious instead of politicizing only for 24 hours daily. So Peter in Zibela, we thank you for the message that you sent to us. Roland is a great motivator. You'll be surprised what gets him motivated. Good morning, Mama V and Roland. It is always good to wake up to your show. Nice work. God bless you. From Primus in Jerapa. Thank you, Primus. Good morning, Roland, Mama V. This one says, I'm really inspired this morning. Roland, our team Chelsea is still marching on, and I hope to see Kotokotu in winning ways come this weekend. Mama V should be praying for her team, Manchester United. Wisdom Shalom Bemu in Georgia, sending us that message. We appreciate it. This one says, please wish my daughter, Nanaya Sewa Esuman Karikari. I always make this mistake. Is it Kakari or Karikari? Kakari. Okay, apologies there. So Nanaya Sewa Esuman Kakari, a happy birthday to you. It's your birthday.
Happy birthday to you, Sewa.
It's from Eric Esuman in Atebubu, sending that message.
Okay, and that'll be it for the messages for now. Next, we have to look at all the stories on the front and back page. We have a couple of the newspapers here. Some interesting stories on the front and back pages. We'll try and take a look at them. Also, we'll look at foremostly the news portal that we always are tuned to. myjoyonline.com is there, and so we'll look at some of the stories there.
Yeah. Stay with us. We might be changing the language as well. It's a special day today. Stay with us.
We'll be right back.